What is up, everybody? This is Tripod Faye coming at you with a For Honor gameplay. This is by far one of my favorite releases of 2017 so far, and with 2016 being such shit for video games, I am extremely happy to say that this year's starting off strong. As you can see, I put down my traps, and then I turn around and my enemy just said fuck it and took off running. He did not want to deal with me at that time. I decided against chasing my enemy and putting myself in a 1v2 situation, so I decided to run mid and try and pick off a kill before the other two show up. I missed the surprise overhead strike and decided to turn around and try it again, and I missed again. I turn around to see that we are now in a 3v3 situation with one of my teammates really low on health. Luckily, this fight goes pretty well for us. I land a nice overhead to begin with and start hacking away trying to get their health down. I see her revenge pop up, so I try and back off. I put my trap down, my ally puts his down. I try to make sure she doesn't escape it, and I see that she's bleeding out, so I just swing away until I watch her health go down, and she bleeds out. I turn around to see that I'm now in a 1v2 situation. I'm not having any of it, so I get the fuck out of there. While they revive their ally, I go to revive mine, and luckily the revive gives you enough points to unlock my throwing axe. I watch as my teammate runs away. He has no interest in fighting, so I decide to run middle and try and get a few revives. Unfortunately, he has the same idea as me, which leads us into a 2v4 situation. I see the Raiders getting extremely low, so I launch an axe into his back and put him in the ground. The match is far from over though, as I go for a revive and get stabbed in the gut and kicked in the face by a Peacekeeper. I'm pushed away from the fight in order to deal with the Peacekeeper, and my teammate's left in a 1v2 situation. I put the trap down, back off, and then launch an overhead strike, which luckily connects. I'm able to get a few more heavy hits off before I'm hoisted off my feet by the Raider. I land flat on my back with a sliver of health, and luckily my vengeance pops just at the right time. I see that I'm now in a 1v4 situation, so I start backing off. The Peacekeeper gets a little too cocky and ends up running right into my axe, and the Orochi falls shortly after. The Raider attempts to revive his friends while the Peacekeeper comes back at me, so I swing another overhand left, and get the execute off so she can't be revived. Once again, I'm picked up and thrown on my ass by the Raider. He lands a massive overhand strike and I'm just barely able to escape alive. I put my trap down and he decides to go for the revives instead. I attempt to do the same, but I'm cut off by the Orochi. I dive roll past him and take off running through the forest. I remember that back in the very beginning of the round, I put down 2 traps at the bridge and just pray that they're still there. Luckily they are. I realize that there's no way that they know there's traps on the bridges, so I wait for them to come to me. In this 3v1 situation, it's much better to be patient and wait for the right opportunity, such as right here where the guy steps into my trap and I just toss him into the lake, rather than go full offense and attempt to fight 2v1, especially as a Berserker whose main job is to deal heavy damage to one target. I am now fully surrounded on the bridge and I'm just waiting for somebody to make a move. I get hit with a smoke bomb, I'm dazed and exhausted. I feel like the enemy Peacekeeper is about to make a move, so I strike first with an overhead blow, and when that doesn't connect, I back off thoroughly. I notice the blue dot on my minimap from behind is getting even closer, so my only way out is to push the Peacekeeper into the water. I'm just barely able to dodge the Raider and get away with very little stamina. I know the Berserker class is faster than the Raider, so I run to wait for my cooldowns. I see that he is in full pursuit. As I turn the corner, my axe comes back up, followed shortly after by my trap. I turn the corner and hope that I'm just out of sight so he doesn't see me put down my trap. I back off to the other side and turn around to make sure that he steps in it. I realize there's only 20 seconds left in the match, so I turn to fight. He attempts to charge me, but luckily my throwing axe was up and I was able to stop him mid-charge. I back off to a more favorable fighting area and pick up the defense boost. And now the final fight finally commences. I immediately start by blocking his guard and throwing some left light-handed strikes to chip away at his health. My enemy decides that he would rather have a tie than a loss, so he waits out the clock. I throw one last axe as a last-ditch effort, and we end in a tie. Unfortunately for him, the match did not actually end, so I was able to successfully take him out with one of my swift kicks. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more play-by-play videos just like this.